Welcome to Strangeville, everyone. My name is Kevin Strange, 20-year veteran of the underground, cartoonist, novelist, and filmmaker. I am here today to share my love of comic books with you. It's October, Monster Month, and I have my brand new 28-page full-color one-shot Outlaw Underground comic, Kevin Strange's Count Kefula, aka Dracula in Strangeville, available now as a digital PDF on my Patreon. $3 a month gets you access to my brand new comic books like Count Kefula, all my comics, novels, and feature-length films. 20 years of gnarly underground art from Kevin Strange. I'm doing a physical comics pre-order Count Kefula this month, all October long. We're doing a pre-order. $12 gets you the comic, the 28-page full-color one-shot comic, and this is the 11 by 17 poster that comes free with your pre-order. So get those pre-orders in. Link in the description. And I am joined today by the illustrious Dr. Ben. Dr. Ben, what you got?
Hey, it's another beautiful day in comics. I think it's the month of October, where it's horror, it's creepy month. I got picking up some new copies of my Ash Can for Let Us Get, my goth true crime comics. Once I get those all done, we'll have some more copies up available. As you know, it was a blowout sale. Madness when I debuted the Ash Can for my upcoming comic. So very excited. You can visit my Substack or my YouTube. Will have links to everything. You can go and get. These are all my old comics I have. They're all free to read or download. The first bit of Relaunch, my manga, my book about Jack the Ripper, discussion of the From Hell comic, and of course everyone's favorite social justice rabbit, Stanley. Story of him getting off of work and running into his ex-wife. So, always fun stuff. But what I'm really excited about, too, I got a couple of these. This has been out for a little while, right? But
I just want to stop you there. We've managed to get through the whole intros and plugs in less than 3 minutes this time. We're getting good, Dr. Ben.
That's it.
Real good.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like it's
like a well-oiled machine.
Well, so this is like really kind of like a lot of actually my current comic ideas too, right? Because these Rare Bit Fiends, back in the day, these came out in the 90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
One did. This came out in 94. Yeah, July 94. By Rick Veitch.
92 through 95, 90, 91 through 95 seems to be like our sweet spot of a lot of the comics we review on this channel.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. I remember when these came out, and it was like, it's his dream journal, right? He would dream, and he would, have.
He who. You're stepping on your own. Yeah, you're stepping on your own.
I'm saying Rick Veitch, it's his comic. He would dream. And it's a dream journal. That's what his Rare Bit Fiends is him recording his dreams and interactions with other characters. Here's one where it's him and Steve Bissette and Alan Moore rowing in a tub. Just an odd dream. Them riding along in a car. Into the side of the car has there's something wrong with it. They have to open it up. That's why they open up the car, and it's it's filled up with original art that there's something. It's just all weird, surreal dreams that Rick Veitch has, and like he's like all these different people appear in it. Like I said, Dave Sim appears sometimes. Alan Moore. It's always dreaming about. Steve Bissette, obviously, because Steve Bissette and Rick Veitch worked together on Swamp Thing with Alan Moore. So you know what I'm saying? Like they at the time they had just done the the 1963 series together. You know what I mean? Like they've been like lifelong, you know. And the other really fascinating thing, besides that he's like illustrates his own these dreams and you know, like that image, for some reason like that, like I saw that image and I'm like, I can remember dreaming that. Maybe a flooded mall. I remember that. Like
I have weird flood dreams all the time where my house is flooding and I have to like, and I'm like living in it. It's just like, oh, yep, it's all wet in here. That's how I live.
and like every page basically is a different dream. They all just kind of flow together too. You know,
There's
like
Cerebus down there. Is that Dave Sim drawing that down there?
another convention. Things get gaudier and cheesier every year. What's this? I didn't know Dave had an art exhibit at this show. He's inking like Bissett. Incredible. But what does it mean? And you know, like the next page is then like, you know, you looked in the rear view. What's going on back there? You know, like every page is just that's just like how dreams are, right? So more with Bissett and Alan Moore, they all become bald. They leaped up like frogs to dry out their togs, but the wind stole their pork pies and showed their bald nogs. Like it's just poetry, I guess. And then does it have it? I'm not sure if it has it in this first one. Yeah. This is because this is Dave Sim in the back. Other people would send in their dreams, right? And sometimes they would illustrate them, sometimes they would just be recounts of their dreams. He's looking for people who like to doze, like him sleeping while he's drawing. So that was the 90s, and I think we're up to like issue 20 or something, maybe 19 back in the 90s. And he has brought it back in these late years. This is issue number 25, and it's from 2022, and it's a lot of
these heady years in late stage capitalist America.
The decline of the American Empire.
The decline of Western civilization. Let's bring back the dreams. The dreams of the apocalypse.
Well, so he had it. They are really interesting because, like, in these, he keeps having a recurring character in his dreams called Mercurius. That, like, a lot of it is involved with kind of like almost like alchemy, I guess. Like he talks.
How fucked up are your dreams, Dr. Ben? Do you have lucid dreams? Do you dream like this?
It's best not for me to have lucid dreams.
I can't help it. I lucid dream every single night. The other night I had a really disturbing lucid dream because I was hanging out with a dear friend of mine that passed away earlier this year, and her death still is unsettling to me. And I guess that's why I'm having dreams about her. But I'm walking with her, and I realize that she's dead. And I look over at the other person. I forget who the other person was hanging out with us, but I was like, "This is a lucid dream, right? Because she's dead." And he's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And I'm like, "No, I have to be dreaming because she's not alive, right? Like, tell me that. Am I wrong? Is she really not dead? Did I miss her?" And those go on for so long, and that's not the only time I've had like death dreams of people that, but they're so vivid and so real that I have arguments with dream characters that I'm in a dream, and it's that just happened the other night. But I could go on and on about my lucid dreams. I dream that I go back in time to my younger body. My current consciousness goes back in time to my younger body, and I have to try my hardest to not change anything in the past to not fuck up the future. Yeah, my dreams are fucking weird.
Huh. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Mine are best, you know. For behind the paywall. This is a good example of this Mercurius character, right? Leading him around. Inside the square, a great egg floats above a circular floor. The second Mercurius, who I know is the father to the first, awaits. He invites me to step up on a platform. "You live within our egg, Rick." And steadies me. "Your consciousness creates the reality. of the world on the inside of the shell. Like, I can imagine doing all, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing that I find really odd is like his dream images. I see him and I'm like, they look, I'm just like, yeah, I can imagine that. You know what I mean? Like, it's bizarre. Like, the yolk of the egg is a convulsing maelstrom of life with numberless individual viewpoints forming a synergistic web of creative energy. It's a single consciousness, too, so immense and dynamic as to be incomprehensible to my human mind. Holy Moses! Like his little head, like sticking up there. I haven't really sat down and read all of his dreams yet. So I mean, this one is a little bit shorter, right? Or at least in the front. So that's what I'm saying. It's like he interacts with this character in his dreams.
Yeah.
Wakes up, writes it down, falls back asleep, interacts more. I've interacted with Stanley, my
okay.
Like I've dreamt about him, and I've been able to like go into dreams, and like he's like, I'm just like, what the fuck? There he is.
I don't have dreams about my characters. I have dreams about creating characters. I have dreams about making movies. I have dreams about drawing comics, writing novels, but I don't ever interact with the characters like they're real.
Yeah, I definitely dream about a lot of the. I mean, I see ghosts anyway. So like that is.
I have dreams that I have a recurring dream of this chick I know, who every time I see her in the dreams, I tell her, "You're in my dreams again. Am I in your dreams?" And she tells me yes. That we like have like this dream connection. And then when I talk to her in real life, she acts like I'm a fucking psycho. Doesn't know what I'm talking about. I think she's lying. I think she just scares her that we have a dream connection.
So this is the other thing that's really, this is why I got this issue in particular, is the Little Omens section where people can write in and share their dreams. There's numerous different people. I know this guy. This one is by Daniel Moeller. And it's actually interesting. I'll read you his because his is in here. And then a couple pages later is my dream that I had sent him. Like I had a 2-page comic dream. So I'm going to read his first. Or yeah, we'll do that because that's how it comes. You'll see. Because it's almost like they go together. It's very bizarre. It's very bizarre.
Interesting.
This is Daniel Moeller's dream. Meeting Rick Veitch for an interview at a motel, which somehow, this is February 11th, 2021. He's meeting for an interview at a motel, which somehow was associated with the first home I remember growing up in. There are these strange pools of water everywhere and a giant party, maybe a birthday, in the distance. Rick wanted me to set up the interview in phases, so Rick could begin the interview solo. Oh, in phases. First phase, I had to set the laptop to record and leave, so Rick could begin the interview solo. Like he was making sure that I was safe and kosher. I like if hiding behind the tree. Next phase was in person, and we seemed to hit it off well. Everything was recorded. My wife Autumn was there too. However, Rick and I had a weird suspicion we were being watched. Don't worry about it, babe. Just focus on the good time you're having with Rick. Hey, you murdered someone, didn't you? Want to come party with us? The crazy-haired lady dragged Autumn and I off to the festivities. Rick was like, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya. So this was... I know Daniel Moeller, like I said, just in passing as another comics guy, like, you know.
Yeah.
I've never talked to him. I've just seen him. I think I might have messaged him once, like, hey, good, nice stuff, you know. So that was his comic, his dream that he had, February 11th. My dream was March 27th, 2021. I was sitting in a room watching TV. A strange man comes on mumbling while a commercial plays on the TV. And the commercial, it was a commercial for Rick Veitch, a special edition featuring Rick Veitch, Steve Bissette, and John Totalpin. That was playing on the TV. This guy comes in saying, it's the Rick Veitch way. It's the Rick Veitch way. And the commercial repeats, but now has Alfredo Alcala instead of Tuttle Pudding. Now Rick Veitch walks in doing several interviews while live streaming. Wow, it's the Veitch monster himself. And he's on TV at the same time. What? Did you get it? Did you see it? Mr. Veitch, can I ask you about that 1963 comic? He holds a towel in front of his face in response, which reveals an old computer. Y'all play Doom? And it's hard to get it to zoom. It's Doom on the computer, on a whole, an old-timey computer too. No, just type your question into the computer. Every time I type, it spells Chris instead. What the fuck? Here, I'll show you how to do it. Oh, this is going to be good. This fellow starts clapping. This game is awesome. You're going to love it. A strange guy shows up, and though I knew him, I couldn't recognize him. And I see a flashback of him being shot out of a cannon. Okay, well, we better be going on our way. That's this guy that was being shot out of a cannon that I recognized. Bye, bud. Look out, broken glass. The dream changed. Now I was cleaning. I woke up and wrote down the dream. Later, I learned that my friend, fellow cartoonist Chris Yambar, had passed away the same day that I dreamt this. That is my picture of Chris Yambar there, the fellow with the eye patch, also being shot out of a cannon.
Right.
He was a writer for Bart Simpson comics, I Dream of Jeannie comics, a friend of Alice Cooper and Gene Simmons, and a Youngstown, Ohio legend.
All right.
That was him.
R.I.P., brother.
That was him in the dream. That's what I'm saying. Like, I remember like him pointing at his eye, like he had an eye patch. I only know one person with an eye patch, and it was him. He was like pointing at it. Like I was like, who is this guy? He kept pointing at the eye patch. And then that's what I'm saying. It's like I wrote down the dream, dated it March 27th, and then like a couple days later, I remember getting the news that Chris Yambar had died. And it was that day he died on March 27th.
So you think you psychically blasted his consciousness into the ether in your dreams? He used Dr. Ben's dream world as a launch pad.
He may, I believe,
the stars.
I would not put being launched out of a cannon out of the possibility for something that Yambar had done in his actual life. So, I mean, that could have just been like a strong memory that he had. Flying, you know, but that's what I'm saying. It was just bizarre. And like, I see Rick Veitch in the dream interviewing all these people. They're all interviewing him. And then like in that Daniel Muller's comic, he's interviewing him as like, it was just, you know what I mean? Like it was, getting this, it was an odd coincidence. And then, should I tell the bit about the cartoonist with the other one?
Yeah.
We got a couple minutes.
Yeah. This
is a dream from, as I was saying, you know, him and Rick Veitch and Steve Bissette were friends. This is Stephen R. Bissette, dreaming about Godzilla, of course. Keeps going, and this is a dream October 20th, or October 18th, 2020. It's election week in November, and everyone seems extraordinarily tense and rattled, completely stressed out. We also know the votes can't possibly be counted in any timely manner, so this distress will be extended, prolonged. While helping new neighbors move into a property near an old house, a place that has quite a handsome house and yard but has odd stories associated, Marge and I can't help them when one of their kids climb a ledge at the back end of the place. The kid is too far up the ledge to safely climb or jump down, but not far enough up the ledge to reach for the top, even with the rope. What to do? We knew this was a troubled plot of land. One of the poor owners had suffered a major streak of ill luck during his time living here. The subsequent owner, a professional with a family, had ultimately fled with his family before something bad they feared on the place could claim them all. These are terrible times we're in, but knowing that doesn't change the situation. I'm then unwittingly pulled into interviews involving a breaking news story. World-famous right-wing cartoonist has just committed suicide in an ugly manner, leaving a large hand-painted sign reading, "Party is over," with the A inverted and extended to become a sort of ox-like alp or allop. I'm not sure what that word is. Turns out, we don't have them fancy words over here in Ohio. Allop, I don't know what that fancy word is he's talking from over there in New England. Turns out the exact same phrase with the same alp-like inverted A also accompanied another similarly grotesque suicide on the other side of the country. The reporter interviewing me asked me to meet them at the site of the cartoonist's death to show me something not being reported in the news, and I reluctantly agreed to do so. In the short time between my leaving Marge and arriving with the reporter at the designated location, other news erupts of multiple suicides, with a new silence associated with each act of self-destruction. It's about time. With the alp-like invert A. What is going on? We reached the place the cartoonist attempted suicide. He isn't dead yet. He only succeeded in blowing off his face and a crater in his chest, and it takes him 6 hours to finally succumb to his wounds. A sobbing family member tells us this, too, was deliberate, calculated to make everyone aware of his final hours of extreme suffering. The reporter whispers to me, "We're making sure no one reports this part of it. It's just described as a successful suicide. I needed you to know how bad this really is, but don't tell anyone." I walk away very upset and rattled, but also I can't dismiss what a miserable bastard this cartoonist has been to everyone around him. Still, who would wish this agony on anyone, much less themselves? Is this some form of martyrdom? To what end? What a fucking world. So I found that, like I said, I just got these. This is the first time I've been able to read them. Came out a couple years ago, and it's just odd. The whole bit about as you know, as many of our viewers might know, there was a recent tragedy involving a cartoonist and suicide. And it's just odd that
it's no surprise to me that these guys sit around, worry about politics, and have dreams about their political, contemporaries dying of violent suicides. It's like I say all the time, like social media exacerbates mental illness, and it should come with a fucking warning label because these people, especially these comics people, are hysterical. And I blame it in large part to social media, although as we see all the time, it was present long before these guys bought computers. We got to get out of here, Dr. Ben. We're running out of time.
This leads to more questions than it does answers. What are we talking about? All right. Yeah, you're true. And these are just dreams anyways.
Let's throw up the P.O. box on there real quick and get the fuck out of here, Dr. Ben. If you have Rick Veitch Dream comics you'd like to send us, or any other comics, I'm looking for Evan Dorkin's Predator Bad Blood #1 to finish off my collection. Or if you want to send us your own gnarly comics, you can send those to Kevin Strange, P.O. Box #5, Cottage Hills, Illinois 62018, and we'll take a look at your comics. Dr. Ben, we're going to see him at the dollar bin. And what do you have to say?
We're going to all be digging in there is what we're going to do. But digging